Hey friends, I hope I got your attention on my on my title of this video. I'm coming out of the closet. So, there's a joke about that in about 2011, in 2016, I was hired by a publicly traded company called NextGen, and we were a company that promoted pot stock, marijuana, when we became legal. And me and a colleague of mine by the name of Cheryl Schumann, she's like the Martha Stewart of marijuana down in LA. We had a campaign, and we would go around and try to get all of our friends that were well known celebrities, actors, sports figures, to come out of the closet and stop hiding your pot smoking, because we wanted everyone to know that it's okay to do this. So, my theme today is coming out of the closet. So, as some of you know and some of you don't know, I um, I have quite a story. I was raised by a pack of wolves. I was raised in Prince George, in a small town, Prince George, and I'm number five of seven. I've got quite an eclectic family story, and there was a lot of shit and abuse that happened early in my childhood, and it basically propelled me right the heck out of school. I lasted until the second or third month of grade nine, and I hit the streets hard, and I went running. And I think I was living with one of the 81s in Maple Ridge when I was with Bisky, my buddy. I think his uncle or something was in 81, and we had ran away from Prince George and moved down to Maple Ridge into this guy's house, and my life just went through a viral spiral of contaminated junk for years off and on. I just skipped along the riverbed, like punk, 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 punk. I started doing cocaine and drinking a lot. I would do any kind of drug or drink that allowed me to hide the feelings I felt as a result of some abuse and some stuff that I had gone through as a child, and suffered for many years. But in August of '96, I was stabbed. I was stabbed in a drug deal. And yeah, I didn't mean to say the D, but if it kicks me off Facebook, see ya, bouncing. Hi, YouTube. But yeah, I got stabbed, and this is my story. And I was homeless for 19 months. I lived on the streets, of Vancouver, and my life was an absolute. It was a shit. It was a show. It was just like my favorite place to detox was Vancouver pretrial, and St. Paul's Hospital. I was a mess, and I got sober on October 12th, 1996. I went to a Vancouver detox center, and it changed my life. And before that, my biggest thing in my life, and the biggest thing that's always been around, is football. Um, I remember my first football coach back in Prince George with Pee Wee Rams. I was playing fullback, and I smoked this dude so my running back could get a touchdown, and I was the talk of the town. And I think something sort of happened there. Football has always been a big proponent of my, my spiritual growth. So I went back, and I stayed close to football. I was always stayed close to football, but you know, I I wanted to play flag football. I played flag football in Vancouver and Victoria, uh, since I was 18 years old, and had an opportunity after getting sober for a few years to actually go down to the States and try out for some semi-pro teams. And not only did I make the semi-pro teams, but I actually lit it up a bit from what I've been told by some of my teammates and friends. So the fact is, right, like if you're struggling, you can get to the next level. You just got to get out of the shit that you're in. And sometimes that's hard. That's really tough. And a lot of people I know are listening to me. People are watching and listening. I know exactly where you're at, but I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be there no more. You don't, and whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day, or next year, or 5 years from now, um, there's a path for you if you want to take it, right? And I'm not talk about JC or Justin Trudeau. I'm just gonna tell you that there's an answer. So, I got to a really pivotal place in my life when I was about 10 years sober. I met a woman and fell in love, and had a child, and I by then I had already done my stint down in the States playing football, and I had that child, and I was coaching these kids, and they told me, go back and play tackle football, coach. You're awesome. I'm old and crippled. But I went back and played with some guys with the BC Spartans, and again just had a phenomenal life and time. But unfortunately, in 2008, the doctors, I'm coming out of the closet, here it is. So in 2008, doctors put me on oxycodone, painkiller, and I rode that. I rode the oxycodone train, and I rode it, and my friends changed. I stopped hanging out with people that were sober, people that were moving ahead, doing good things in life, and I started hanging out with my friends were different. It was about greed. It was about, getting more money. It was about, my car's got to be cooler. I was like spending tens of thousands of dollars on cool cars and watches and shoes, and my life changed. And then it got really bad. Um, it got bad. It got bad. I didn't. It got bad in the sense like it wasn't finances. I wasn't on the street again. I had my friends. Everything was intact. But in 2019, I got into a car accident. I got hit by a drunk driver. Actually, I'm fairly confident he was drunk. They still don't know because they weren't able to do his thing. But there's a bunch of witnesses, so that's sort of what I think we're going on. And then 5 days after that, I was involved in a T-bone. I got hit by an elderly couple driving in a SUV in my little 5-liter Mustang. I was on the way to a huge meeting. I'd got to a level in my career where I would go to meetings at the hospitals and meet with psychiatrists, and they would take my advice in relationship to how to work with certain clients that they couldn't deal with. Their medications didn't work, but my remedies worked. I'm able, I don't know why, but I'm able to deal with people at a different level. Whether it because I was taught verbal judo at a young age when I was 26, whether it's my lifestyle that I grew up with, or having 980 kids in my house over a 21-year period when I fostered. Um, it is what it is, and I'm here to talk about this oxy problem, right? Because it became a problem, but it didn't become a problem until the doctors decided to triple my dose just before COVID, because I couldn't I couldn't manage. I couldn't walk. I mean, my friends were driving me to the hospital like every second week. I was in so much pain. I couldn't. I was like, it was a mess, and the accident killed it. So I went on a triple dose of oxys, and then I was pretty much, being told by my kids that I'm drooling at the table for dinner. And so, here I am today, and I last last spring I bought an ice tub, as most of you know. I bought this ice tub, and I went on this like warpath to get better. So I took oxys from 2008 to last December. And when they tripled my doses in 2019, it wasn't for a couple of years that I came down off of them to my regular dose prior to 2019, but it just wasn't suffice. And other things I weren't was doing weren't suffice either. Um, to everything. I didn't drink again, but I probably broke every record in the book. Um, I've had a phenomenal life, and I've had a phenomenal career, and I'm super grateful for all my friends and all the supports and people that send messages to me over the past 6 months. But like I said, last January I bought this stupid ice tub. I didn't buy this one. I bought that one over there. I bought that one over there that's in the corner. And then today I bought this one that's down here. But it's got a machine, so I don't have to buy ice anymore. It actually keeps me cold. But So I did this thing last January. I bought this tub. I listened to all these, Joe Dispenzas and Andrew Hubermans and all these dudes, and like buying drums and listening to like sounds for like the help for the spinal cord injury. I'll try anything because I'm just that person, right? Um, but the closet thing, right? I'm coming out of the closet. So if you have a problem with drugs, and I know 100% since COVID, and I'm coming in close to you now. I know 100% since COVID, people been drinking more. People been dabbing more. People been doing more dope. People been hiding out. People been like getting scared. People been closing their mouth and not talking. So I had some opportunities last spring, and you know what? I took them. I took those opportunities. And, I bought this camera. I started going downtown to the downtown east side to Hastings. I started interviewing people. I started understanding what the problems were with the government, with, the backdoor stuff, right? I wanted to know why the government's giving out all these opiates, all this heroin, all this meth. Like, they're giving out shit for free downtown. And the SROs, there's 4,200 rooms downtown Vancouver that are full of struggling addicts, and the people that live in those rooms in the SROs, they're getting their dope from the government, and they're getting 3 meals a day, and they're getting their laundry done, and there's doctors giving out this. There's a new platform they started 6 months ago called the Elevate program, that these people, if you've got a drug problem, you're on the streets, you can go to these doctors and you can be part of the Elevate program, and they'll give you $40 a day to get a new script. They'll give you a script. They'll give you Suboxone or Suboxone or oxycodone or hydromorphine, and to get off the street drugs because they want to save lives. Anyways, this is where it brings me to, and I'm going to end here because I don't want to keep you from your life too long. I've already been talking for 12 minutes. Um, I've had a phenomenal life, and I know that this is just another beginning of my next chapter. But last December, I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't have, the only thing I had was my son and my adopted son. So I have a biological son who just graduated from private school. I'm a grade 9 dropout, and he's been graduated from private school and went to university to play sports. I was supposed to get an education, but he went to play sports. That's why he didn't finish. I adopted a young boy that has autism. He's 18. He's 17. He's turning 18 in a couple of months. He's from the U.S. and he's an amazing kid. But I really wanted to let people know that come out of the closet. If you got a problem, you don't have to be with yourself with the problem. You can talk to someone. There's friends out there that you can reach out to. I've had the privilege of, for the last 2 years, of being a independent interventionist, the drug and alcohol interventionist, and I've had the pleasure of traveling around North America to help families in need and crisis, and not just around North America. There's my case of big shotism. A lot of people here just in Vancouver. Lots of people I've helped. I've had about 20 family clients in the last 2 years that I've helped out. All the time I've been on a medication myself for I have a serious spinal cord problem, and not only that, I now have a serious neck problem because my kinesiologist just told me to jump into the pool on May the 9th, and I found out now that I've got a huge bulge disc in my neck, so my hands are having a tough time. But listen, I got off the oxys last December. I got off of them by way of taking a stupid medication that the doctors gave me, said it was safe supply. It's easier to withdraw, but unfortunately it was just another drug called Suboxone that it was incredibly hard to come off of, incredibly hard. And I'm off of it now. I'm done it all. And anyways, um, I think the best medication in our lives, is communication. The best medication is communication, and to be honest and open-minded, and to be willing to, like, listen to someone. Give them your ear. You may say the wrong thing, back to them when they're in crisis. But at least they've had the opportunity to say what they've needed to say. Anyways, as per usual, because some of you like, I'm back doing this again. I bought this ice tub in October, and I've been getting in and out of it. I'm scared because it's cold. It's quite like 2 degrees cold, and since I've gone off this medication on December like the 20th, um, I took this new stuff that it's been flushing out of my system the last couple of days. So I'm like angry, irritable, discontented. But I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm communicating, I'm doing the things I need to do. The biggest thing is this freaking ice tub. The biggest thing is this. Oh, I got that. Because I'm sick. I can only do this for like 30 seconds because it's just too much. Doesn't have ice in it anymore, and I don't have to buy any ice anymore. But so listen, guys, if you got a problem, talk to a loved one. If you can't talk to a loved one, talk to someone that's going to tell you the truth. Because I believe that the true friends really act like a true enemy. They're going to tell you what you don't want to hear. The best part of the ice tub, people say, why do you do the ice tub? The best part of the ice tub is it's after. It's cold outside. Like I've been wearing this like big hoodie jacket. It's getting better. I'm losing weight. I've lost like 9 pounds in 10 days. The after effect after. So crack cocaine heightens your dopamine by 2.5 the level, so about 250 to 300 on the scale. Like there's a level, the barometer or whatever. When you smoke some crack, it goes up to like 250. When you get into the ice tub, it goes right up because you're in fight or flight, right? You're at that point. Do I make a decision? Am I scared? What do I do? You stay in it. When you get out of that sucker, your dopamine goes up to 350 to 400, and it goes up gradually over like a 5-minute period, and it stays there for like 5 minutes, and then it comes right down. Anyways, you guys know how to get a hold of me. If you or a loved one got a problem, you can call me, or you don't have to. You don't have to call anyone. You can stay right where you're at. I just hope you don't. God bless. I'm out. Come out of the closet. All right, friends. Hey, in all seriousness, I really want to thank you if you made it to the end of this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I've been doing a lot of videos over the past couple of months, and I'm thinking about making a small career out of this. I really enjoy meeting with all the people in need down there. I really enjoy locating all the issues in relation to our government's handouts to societies. These societies, some of them are making so much money, and they're just safe supply sure as works, but is it really, are we really doing a good job by, giving people, pounds of, plastic needles and snorting straws and lube and, all these people live in the Astros. It's like they get food, they get 3 hots a cot, they get 3 hots, 3 meals a day, they get their laundry done, it's like, it's endless. There's an Elevate program where where these people that are there, if they want to get off street drugs, the doctors will put them on to like oxycodone and heroin. whatever happened to the day back, like I always go back to 1996 when I got sober, the first time, the real way. It was pain, and this is sort of what I'm going through right now. The last couple of days, this is not fun, but I'm gonna get through it because I've got the supports of my bestest friends, and I've got the supports from my community. And again, right, I really, I'm gonna abbreviate this dude's name, PW, bro, and JB. I mean, you guys have been like two of my biggest supports over the past year, and I really appreciate all, and I look forward to what's coming in the year 2025. God bless.